Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Welcome to my studio. It's Laurette. Well, okay, it's another day, another project or projects, however you want to put it. Honestly, I had a really tough time coming up with something to do, not because I don't have things to do, but just what to do on, excuse my reach here, on video. And so I wanted to get one up for Friday, and I'm also going to be doing a bonus video, so watch for that, and that's going to be of our outdoor projects. I thought I'd give you a little sneak peeky of that, so watch for that to come up as well. It may show Saturday or Sunday or late on Friday, I'm not sure. So anyway, welcome to my studio. Welcome to all my brand new subscribers. There are many, many of you. Welcome, welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here. I also send hugs and kisses to all of my longtime subscribers who've been following me since day one, which hasn't really been that long. But a lot of you followed me or followed my Etsy shop, followed me through Gail Augustinelli. You've been following my work for a while. Some of you come clear from my doll making days, and you followed me over to my paper crafting. So welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Love you, love you. So thrilled you're here. So I think we'll get busy with a few projects. I have to get some of this stuff decorated, so I figured I'd just do a video. Now, I know I have promised we would work on my tea time journal. I have to tell you, I picked up the pile of stuff and I was completely blank. I don't remember where I was or what I was doing or what my inspiration was, or it's just flat. So after this video, I'm going to clear my desk, pull it out, and see if I can get it going again so that I can film the finish up of that, and hopefully the reveal, and ultimately the giveaway, because we are giving that journal away. And I haven't forgotten. I swear, everybody, I haven't. It will be given away to those of you who followed the first 3 weeks of it and who commented every single time. You guys are in the drawing already. So anyway, I guess let's get busy. So what we're going to work on today are some hidden paperclip envelope pockets. I've already made 2, and I have the goodies here to make a few more, and I can show you how I made those if you would like. These are inspired by G. Kerr at Happiness and Crafting. She did these on her channel, and I loved them, so I wanted to make them myself. So what this is it is a hidden paperclip that's under here. This is a vintage little small envelope that measures about around 5 inches long by 3.5 by 5. So it's a perfect size to put on a journaling page. So if you have your journaling page here, you would just clip that in, and you can see this is what it would look like on the back side of that page, and this is the front. And then what you have here is a pocket that you can put your Tommy. No, sorry guys, that wasn't Tommy. I mean, yeah, Tommy. Tommy's getting into things. I had to leave the door open. My husband's not here, and the cats go crazy if I close the door and he's not here. So sorry. So this will, uh-oh, now they're fighting. Great. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Let me see if I can get them to go out. If they're going to be fussy, go out, Tom. Come on. Come on, bud. If you're going to fight with your sister, you're going to have to go out. Goodbye, bud. Love you, bunch. Goodbye. There you go. You want to go out too, miss? Okay, go on, sweetie. Go on. Go outside. You guys can fight out there. Sorry, guys. I thought having the door open would be better, but apparently not. Let me make sure this is filming since hubby's not here. He went out to get the cars washed, and it's been hot here. It's in the 80s to 90s and dusty. And then on top of that, there's pollen from a couple of the trees that bloom this time of year. So crazy mess our cars are. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a hidden paper clip pocket. So you can add as many things as you want to that. And isn't that a pretty little baby? I've added some pretty little bulb pins and charms. And then I don't want to fold this up too much because I need it for one of these pockets. And this is my other one. Well, I guess I do need it. So again, the clip goes, it's back here. It's hidden. You can't see it. These are kind of like Gail's hidden paper clips that she does, but only this is an envelope. And then you have, again, a nice pocket and got some little pretty danglies. and it's all decorated up. And these I just made from some vintage envelopes that I had hanging around 3x5, 3.5x5. Now you can make your own envelopes, which G did in hers. But I had all these wonderful little envelopes that I'm in love with, and this is what they look like. I've already inked them up, but this color here is the natural color. So I just went around the edges a little bit, and these are actually all hidden and ready to go. Now, this is what they look like prior. So why don't I go ahead and make one or two. So I have to grab some goodies. Let me grab some things. We're going to need scissors, a pencil, some glue, and then a paper that pretty much matches that. Now, I was fortunate on these to have some paper that matched the envelope, so I was really lucky. Now, this is as close as I could get. The one that actually matches this envelope exactly happens to be very heavy cardstock, so that's too heavy, and you don't want to do that because it'll make your too heavy for your. So the first thing you want to do is, this is your envelope, okay? Whether it's one that you are using a digital or you made your own, you take this flap, you bend it backwards, okay? And you want to give it a nice, let me get my little thing here. You want to burnish that, all right? Then you want to put your paper clip on here. I like the bigger side on the top, but that's just me. Do it whatever way fits you. I'm going to do it that way on this one too. So these are both ready. But, well, actually, I'm going to wait on that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to line it up along the edge of the paper. And we're going to get it exactly even with the edge of the envelope on the one side at least. And then we're going to take and we're going to draw around the envelope. All right. I seem to be missing something. Oh, I am. What a dingbat. Okay, first thing you're going to do. Hello. Put that in there. Sorry, I just had a complete brain fade. That was weird. That was the weirdest thing. It felt weird, too. Okay, we're going to lay it on here because we want this width right here. Okay, and we're going to cut that off. We don't need all that other paper. We're going to take it off there. You're going to have to watch G's. If I confuse you, just go over and watch her video. It might be easier, but I didn't think you would be too excited if I was making these and you had no clue how to do that. Now we do this. Okay. Now we put it under here. But before we do that, we're going to add the paper clip right where we think is about middle of this. Because you want these two, because this is where everything's going to go inside. Okay. I made a bunch of these all at once. I knew this was going to happen if I tried to go back. I make them right when I see them because I don't remember later. Now we're going to draw all the way around with that paper clip in there. You kind of have to push it to your edge. All right. The reason for this line is it's our glue line. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our, and you're going to want to use something with a very fine tip. Probably should be using my lighter weight bottle. This one's kind of heavy. This is my bigger bottle. I don't know why I'm using it. Probably because I haven't been using the glue and I am concerned about it. It was getting thick. So I thought I better start using it. Much heavier bottle. And I would get, you know, a bunch of glue on everything. You can use PVA glue, whatever you like. I would not use glue stick on this. This is not a glue stick project at all. It will not hold it together like you need it to. Make sure that's on there good and straight. All right, now you're gonna push this up in here. Line it up with your pencil marks to the best of your ability. Then take your little cloth or whatever you have, wipe off your excess glue. Okay, now you see how it's on there? let me put the lid on that. All right. And we're going to make sure that that's all down nice and tight. All right. And then we're going to open it up. Always takes me a minute to settle down once I first get on camera. I always get nervous. I don't know why, it's weird. I guess all actors and actresses do that. So I'm not acting, but I am aware that I'm on video. Something in your brain, I guess, does that. All right. Now, depending upon your corner rounder, mine doesn't fit in my corner rounder. So I'm just going to take my scissors and round off my corner a little bit. You don't want it quite so pointy. Get rid of that. Get my bucket. Okay. I forgot to check to see when I started. Okay, we're only 10 minutes in, so we'll go to, let me write myself a little note because I won't remember 3 seconds from now. Okay, I've written myself a little stop note. There we go. Hold on a minute, guys. I got a hair or something in my eye. Probably cat hair. It's always floating around in here. Goodness gracious. Okay. So now you'll notice that this is so you could stick a paper in here, but we don't want this floating around. So then the next thing we're going to do is very much like what we just did. Going to go right to the very, very, very edge. You've got to get it all the way up. You cannot leave it hanging. And of course, I'm not great at this, so my hands always shake when I'm up in the air like this. Go some of this. Well, we got right down to business, but I hope you are all well, safe and happy, crafting, or just enjoying a little time off. I know vacations are pretty much over for most of you that have kids in school, or even grandchildren you might be helping with, or whatever. Some of you might still be on vacation, who knows? Now, normally what I should have done, which I should have inked this, and I did on my others, and it crossed my mind for like 10 seconds. So what I'll do before I forget again, eek. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Don't want ink where I don't want it. I only want it where I do want it. Now this is a very flimsy little envelope. I thought it was craft paper, but it really is not. It's some of a lighter brown envelopes. This one isn't vintage. This one, I think I got these at Target with some thank you notes, and I bought it specifically for the envelopes and the paper from the thank you notes, because, you know, of the color and everything. But I notice there's a lot of wrinkling going on here, but I am going to cover that, so hopefully you won't notice it when it comes down to, you know, well, the ink is out, so we'll just go ahead and do our inking. Let's get that over with since we're doing it. Might as well do that. My husband and I didn't get to take a vacation this year. Well, we are retired, so we don't really need one. There is a possibility, a slim one, my son and his wife may, and their 3 kids might be moving back to California from Arizona. Fingers crossed. I hope that does happen. So we're kind of saving our time to go down and be with them. They're looking to move about 2 hours south of us, which is, oh my gosh, heaven. It's like it's in the backyard, even though it's 2 hours away. Easy for us to get to. I should be able to travel that far, hopefully by car, so all is good. Well, there you have it. It is all glued down. And now you have your hidden paper clip. All we have to do is decorate that. Isn't that adorable? So I could do one more for you if you want, and maybe not mess it up so bad this time. Let's see. So in order not to do that, I am going to ink this first before I do any gluing, cutting, pasting, or anything else. Let's do that. This is the part that you lick right here, so I wonder if that's why it doesn't want to seem to take the, this paper is sort of smooth and shiny. I did think this was cardstock envelopes, and they are not. Very cheap version. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to cover the living daylights out of it. So, I won't worry about it. You know, if I don't like it, I'll just cover the whole thing over with paper. Cardstock or newsprint or book page or whatever you got. If you don't like your envelopes, do something else with it. That is the beauty of what we do, is it not? Yes, it is. Okay. So let me, I gotta get that on there. So you put your paper clip on a piece of folded paper. If you're mask making, you can do what I'm doing and go right down the edge of the paper. Get the most out of that paper you can. Make sure your paper clip is straight. I don't know if there's an easier way to do this, but this is how I saw G do hers, and it has been very successful for me so far. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then you take and you see they're very quick, very easy. I just made it look hard at first because I had a brain fade. I usually use another word, but you know. I go like this. So, what is new with us? Not a lot. My daughter's back from vacation, and my oldest granddaughter started high school Thursday, which for me is today. I'm doing this video on Thursday, but you're going to see this on Friday. So it will have been yesterday. I cannot believe she is old enough to go to high school. I remember when my daughter told me she was pregnant with her and how excited I was because she was my first grandchild. I was so excited, so thrilled. I literally had a stroke. I was like screaming and hollering. Excuse me while I get some water. I was thrilled, but I was also mad as heck at my daughter because they had just moved away. They literally got pregnant during their move when they left here and moved south. They moved down to the coast, which we had planned to move there too, but not right away. They jumped the gun, and it was a great job opportunity for my daughter. She wasn't getting pregnant here. In fact, she was told she probably wouldn't have any children. So our oldest granddaughter is an absolute blessing. The odds for either one of them being able to get her pregnant were pretty low. So we were like super duper excited because we didn't think we were going to have any grandchildren. Our son wasn't married yet. And so we were just like crazy happy. And so I remember spending every spare minute I could with her, kept driving down there, you know, stayed with her for weeks before the baby because she had a high-risk pregnancy. And gosh, when our granddaughter was born, Samantha, we were there every single weekend. We drove down, and it's a 3-hour drive, you know, well, not a long, but long enough drive. So we went down every chance we could the minute she was born, and we were there every other weekend. Probably drove my son-in-law crazy, but we didn't care. We were just so excited. He needed the help because my daughter did have to go back to work. So I went down and helped as often as I could. And then when we couldn't go there, they came here. So that child literally grew up in our house. Then when my daughter 5 years later finally got pregnant again, which we were so excited because we thought, well, we're just going to get the one. We were so excited. They moved back here. So I was so thrilled. Oh my gosh. So incredibly thrilled. She told us at Christmas, and I went crazy again because I thought, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to have 2 grandbabies. But not long after that, a year later, my son had gotten married, and he and his wife had their son. So all of a sudden, I was in grandma heaven. I had 2 granddaughters and a grandson, and I was happy, happy, happy. So life was good. So anyway, back to my granddaughter. She just started high school. Oh my gosh, my baby. Just doesn't seem possible. I adore that girl. I adore all my grandchildren, but she's my first. And oh my gosh, and we are very close. Oh, I adore that girl. Spent a lot of time with her. Not so much this last year, not so much with COVID. But we still try to keep them in our bubble. you know, as much as we could and saw them as often as we could. So, and they've stayed with us periodically, and I just adore my babies. So anyway, congrats, Samantha. And if you're watching Grammy, congrats. I'm super proud of you. Wow. And they're actually physically in school. It's the first time high school has gone back in full time. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully COVID doesn't mess it up for these kids. Breaks my heart when they're in their high school years and everything gets all screwed up. So there we have it. 2 that are ready to go. Let's see. Do I have a piece of paper I could stick in there? Yes, there you are. Hidden paperclip pocket. Ready to go. All right. I'm not going to decorate these. Well, I guess I could. Or do I want to keep decorating these? I'm not sure what I want to do with these. I think these should go in my make it later pile. You know, as I get a journal or something and I want to put one of those pockets in, then I'll decorate it up. These, on the other hand, I actually have a project for these. Let me see. Where did I put all the pieces for that? I don't know. Gotta be around here somewhere. Well, before I get to that, why don't we do something else? I wanted to show you. Remember these? My little clear pockets. And I did have a couple ladies who say they would like to see how they are made. So I will go ahead and show you that. Let me grab, I want to grab some more of the pockets. You can get those on Amazon. I'm going to try to become an Amazon affiliate so you can get a hold of the things that I have and use on my Amazon page. So I'd like to get one of those. I got to look into that. I'm not really sure how you do it, but I would love to have an Amazon one. Just so you can find things. I don't care about the money thing, but okay. So this is an empty one. And the first thing I do is I find where it opens because it's kind of hard to see. I'm hoping, let's see guys, let's see if I can put a, does that show any better? I bet it doesn't. Maybe, huh? I don't know. But the first thing I do is I fold that down, crease it so it's folded down like I would like. Then I take that out because I need to see this board. So what I do is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total squares here. And I want, when I do that, I want to have it be right in the middle. So there's a dot right there. So before I get going, let me show you the kit that I used. And I did get this off of Amazon. And I got this little box at Target. It's in their Tupperware section, you know, where the plastic goodies are. But I bought this little kit. And it's Linda, L-Y-N-D-A. And you get these on Amazon. And it's the plastic snap buttons. And you get all these really good, cool things. And you actually get them in this box if you get this exact one. They should still be available. It comes with this and a whole bag of goodies. So there was a pair of scissors in here, which I believe I pulled out, but I don't know why I did that. Why would I have done that? Crazy girl. All right, so here's my tool. I'm going to pick a color. Now, this is a random bag since I just pulled it out, but I do have 2 that I have going here, and they are pink, and as you can see, I'm already using a lot of pink. Maybe I could use a hot pink for one. So what you want is you want a very sharp pokey end. You want one that kind of has this little, it sort of sticks up. Then you get a second one of these, and then you get, I need one of these because this end has to go, this goes into this, and these are the backs for it to keep it together. All right, so we need those 4. Now, what do we want to do for this one? Maybe we could just do kind of a beige one. So we're going to need two that stick up like that. Then we need 1 to go into. I call this the female. And then I can find a male one that's not. We have the female and the male end. Okay, so that's the easiest way to refer to them. Innie and outie is what I'm thinking. Okay. Do make sure your thing closes, because otherwise you end up with these all over your floor, which I have done. So don't do that. Don't be doing that. You won't be happy. I guarantee it. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do I'm going to take that envelope that we talked about. I'm going to fold it down. I am going to put this on the plastic. Oh, let's get it away from this because that's messing with me. So we've got 1, 2, there's the 5th one in the middle. I'm going to line that up and I'm going to take that tool. I'm going to poke it through the first layer. I'm going to make a kind of a hole, trying not to poke completely all the way through, but if you do, you do. You could see the little bit of a hole there, I think. Hopefully you can. And then I'm going to punch my tool all the way through. Why is it being difficult today? What in the world? Huh, that was weird. All right, and then we're going to poke this all the way through because it's a pretty wide end we have here. Now, when you button it, you want to see the tab part, the button part. So we're going to poke that through the hole. Then we want the male end on the top. And so we're going to put that over the little spike. So we have the pokey end. All right, now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the black end here and the white end are up here. The black end is where it's going to rest. And the white kind of soft, the clear, softer end is on the top. And you're going to push down very hard. Because if you don't, it doesn't flatten right and it won't close. Now, we're going to do the same thing, but the button's going to be on the inside of the bag this time instead of on the top. And we're going to put this end on there. This is the female end. And we're going to open it up. And mine squeaks. I need to put some WD-40. And we're going to do this. Okay. And down we go. Oops, guys, I forgot to put my iPad on airplane mode. So I'm going to give me a minute and I will... Hello, my sweet friend. You know who you are. I will chat with you later. Let me see. There we go. Okay. And you have it. And it closes and you're all set. All right. So this one, actually, I put those on the wrong ones, but it doesn't matter. They're all the same. I'm just going to put my little butterflies in here. Later, I'll open the package and, put them in there. And they're nice and smooth. Now, if you don't get it down far enough, you'll get some wrinkle, but it does, what's the word? Straighten out. So we're going to do that again. Fold it down. We're going to find our center. It looks a bit high, but it's not. You can move it down wherever you want it, really. And, whoops, got it going the wrong way. Doesn't really matter. It works both ways. Okay, we've got our, from when you poke it, it pokes through both. If you can make it both, then you don't have to try to line it up. It's a big hassle. You go through both. Even if you have a little dot on the back, it doesn't matter. No one's going to see it but you. So, I'm going to put that. Can be, well, I'm trying to keep my head out of there, so it's fiddly for me. Again, we want the male on the top, the female on the bottom. Button. Keep this clean. We're not talking about anything else, YouTube. This is all clean stuff. Push it down hard because you want this little, see this little thing out here? That has to flatten out. If it doesn't flatten, which is actually this piece here, you don't have room to close this. If it won't close, just re-punch it and to get it more flat, and then the two will snap together. If it's not snapping, you just didn't push down tight enough. Okay, so that's a little tip. I found that out the hard way the other day. I couldn't get one to fit in the other, and I thought, oh no. But then I just squished it again, and it was fine, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to flatten this little piece right here. Yeah, we're trying to flatten this little piece. That's what makes it stay together. Alrighty, especially this one right here. If you don't get it flat enough, there's not room for the other one. I felt like that wasn't very flat. And you don't hear a big snap. These aren't a tight snap. I have this kit from when I was doing wallets and change purses and stuff with fabric. I use this on my fabric, so I thought this was very fun to be able to use it in my crafting. Isn't that fabulous? I was thrilled because I thought, oh, I spent some money on that. I'm kind of bummed I'm not using it, but now I am. So it's all lined up. Perfect. Now I can keep track of these little pieces that are, you know, in my little box here and make sure I keep using them, right? So there you have it. All right. I hope that helps, ladies, the ladies that asked for it. Because I had never seen one of these used. I had to figure it out. I did it upside down. You name it, I did it, you know. So, and I just keep everything all together in my little box so I don't have to go hunting for things. It works pretty well, but if I don't put it in here right, it doesn't all fit. I like it to all be together, so I'm not hunting around for a single thing. I just grab the box and we're good to go. So there you have it, all done. And it's just these little pieces. It doesn't give you like what the whatever the thickness, the mils. So I don't know if there's heavy ones or lighter ones, but you know, whatever you can get your little hands on. And these are the CD sleeves, DVD CD sleeves. Alrighty, so we're done with that. I wanted to make sure I got that done right away because the ladies were asking, and I wanted to share that as soon as I could. So let's see about decorating this up. Oh, just prior to my doing that, I may never get to it because I have shown you what they look like decorated. It's, you know, it's not rocket science. It's just cover it, you know, however you like to do it. But I did want to show you something. I did have someone mentioning how pretty all my ladies were and what a cool project it will end up being. So I thought I would show you all the different ones we have made so far that are going into a project at some point. So these are the ones that had the laces and the tulle over them. And then we recently did the ones with the laces under. I thought it would be fun to see what they look like all together. And then we had these, which were done on deli papers. Aren't those beautiful? Oh, I'm so in love. Oh my gosh. So these are all the ones I've made so far. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. I haven't decided, but I wanted to share with you what I have been making and all the different ladies all together. I thought it'd be fun to see that. I think Joshua was asking me about it or talking to me about it, and I said that I would show them all together. So I have. That shows you how busy we've been with the ladies lately. I'm going to put those aside so they don't get all dirty or messed up. So we have these. Now let me find, where did I put my, oh, they're right next to me. Gosh, you know, if I got any closer, it would have bit me. I am going to be doing a fairy project in bits and pieces. It's something like I will be doing various pockets and things, and as I make a pocket, I'll make one for the fairy project. So I have a project with fairies. It's not a journal per se, but it'll be a bigger project. And I ordered these online pre-fussy cut. Now the lady who had them doesn't have any more, so I'm not going to tell you what her site was. She has a lot of, you know, vintage ephemera, but part of what she sold was pre-cut fairies for you to use, because you can't make copies and sell them, but you can cut up a book and sell them, I believe. I don't know if she was allowed to do that or not, but anyway, I bought them and I don't care. So she also sent me some postcards, and she sent me some of the book pages. So I'm super excited about that, because I can use those in my project. And then it has the poems on the back. And then she sent me bags, 2 bags of 1-inch punches, so I can use those on projects. They can be used a whole bunch of different ways, as you know. You see me use them all the time. So I have plenty to play with. So I need to get busy on this. And right now there's a challenge on Tatty Treasures. We're doing one every week, but I just got these because I couldn't get a hold of any fairy books to cut up. So I thought what I would do is maybe do fairy on one of these envelopes. I don't know. No, they're going to have to go up and down, I think. I don't know if I have, they're all pretty big images. I want to do one on here, but I don't know. We'll see if I can find an image. Now, these are all the pink ones on the top, which I don't think I'm going to use the pink ones on these because I want to save those for other things that I might do, you know, that have the pink. So we're just going to play here. I'm going to have a little time, I think. Yeah, I do. I got time to play. Maybe I'll do a fall one. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's just almost too tall. I mean, if I really, really, really fussy cut it. Yeah, I love that. Oh yeah, I'm in love with that one. Okay, let me pick a second one just because. Well, it's Christmas. We don't want that. Oh, perfect. Yes, 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 yes. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year besides, I mean, I love Christmas, but fall is it. Love the colors of fall. You know, I grew up in the 50s and 60s where it was olive and rust and brown and gold. So these colors are clear back to my childhood. So they speak to me, you know what I mean? So I'm going to fussy cut these a lot closer because these are kiss cut. I'm going to do a little kiss cut here. Get these done. My thumb got hung up there. I usually kiss cut faster, but I am trying to be really, really careful. I know my head's in here, but if I'm fussy cutting, I kind of sort of have to see what I'm doing. So I think I told you our wall project is completely done. So I'm planning to do a little video of the backyard and put it on YouTube. I think that'll be fun. If you guys want to see what the backyard looks like that I'm always talking about, and where we hang out or like to hang out when it's not 90 degrees. It's great in the mornings and the evening. The tough part about the evening is the sun shines really bright back there and blinds you, so we don't go out there too often in the evening. It's a place that would be great to have dinner on the big old dining table, but the sun shines right in your eyes, so it's tough. We do have blinds that we drop down to keep it off the back of the house if we can, but I'm not going to fussy cut down into all these little white lines. That's just crazy. I'll do some inking, you know. So, other than that, and the excitement of my son possibly moving here, depends on how fast his house sells and if they can find somewhere to live. California's mega expensive right now, so we'll see. I would love to have my other grandchildren nearby. The absolute youngest is starting preschool, or started preschool a couple days ago, so I'm really excited. She's 3, but very mature because she has a 8-year-old brother and a 5-year-old sister. So she's much more grown up and very, very independent. So I think that preschool is good for her. She wanted to go to school too. I don't know. He still seems kind of big. I don't know. What do you guys think? I wish you could tell me. I mean, if I angle him a little, that looks kind of cute. Maybe I could put like a little something for him to sit on there. That might work, right? So let's go ahead and cut this one. Hopefully it's not too tedious while we're chit-chatting. I do have to pick out a name for this video. A lot of times I have an idea, and this time I just really didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do. So I did have lots of projects on my desk, so if this ended up not being what I wanted to do or just didn't flow, I could do that. I am so ready to go into my next projects, but I have got to finish that tea journal. But like I said, I'm struggling with it. It's what happens when I put a project down and I don't pick it right back up. Oh boy. I know the sewing journal I've decided is going to be an ongoing one, that I'm going to work on it, a little here, a little there, and eventually it'll be finished up. It's not something that I had to finish in a hurry. It wasn't for anyone. It's probably 75% done. So I'm not in a rush to finish it, but I do need to finish the tea journal. But I don't know what the block is on it. I had to put it down because all of a sudden I got really sick and I just have had really a difficult time picking it back up. I know that happens to all of us. We get going on a project and then, you know. kind of want to leave those flowers in there, but I may have to cut them out because it's too wide. I bet you I'm going to have to cut those off, so we'll see. I don't know if my head's in this. If it is, forgive me, but I can't see, you know. These are close-up glasses, and if I get so far away, everything is just blurry. But my vision isn't so fabulous that I could cut without them, so. Oh, there was another pretty little baby on the back of that one. What about there? Oh, no, they're not there. But this one had a pretty little pink-purple baby, but not enough of it really to make it, you know, where I feel bad. That's a problem with some of these. I looked on the back and there were pretty other ones, so I'm going to have to remember to turn it over to see if there's one I want to keep, you know, and use in my project. So both of these are done. I believe these guys are going to need some book page, don't you think? I'm thinking they do. I do have some out. I'm going to have to ink these, aren't I? Let's see. Just because I don't want to see the white. I'm not trying to make it darker. It's already dark enough. I just don't want to see the white edges from everything I just cut. Now, I have noticed several of you have said you're still struggling with your layering. So let's talk a little bit about layering. The thing about layering is when you layer, you don't want everything to line up. When you want to get a good layer, you want things to be, you have your center thing, and you want things to fill up the space out from that. So I'll try to do it with these and try to explain what I'm doing for those of you who are, and it just takes practice because it's not easy when you first start to get, a lot of people don't layer, they just slap an image on and leave it, I shouldn't say slap, they put an image on because layering is sort of time consuming, I guess, not time consuming, I don't know, you just gotta think about it a certain way, I guess, I don't know. And not everybody likes to layer. I mean, it's not important that you do it. You could just put it on like this and be cute. You can just stamp the back. I mean, you don't have to layer. It's not necessary. It's not mandatory. It's not important. It's just if you like it, if your eye says you want it, or it's the look you're looking for the project, great. If it's not, don't worry about it. You don't have to have that. It's not, you know, not necessary unless you really want it. And layering is not about perfection. In fact, don't try to be pregnant. Oh my goodness, don't try to be perfect, because if you do, I guarantee it won't come together. That is not a perfection thing. That is definitely a thing that you do that is not perfect. You want to be imperfect in order to layer well. Pregnant. Well, where'd that come from? Probably because we were talking about my daughter when she was pregnant with my grandkids. Oh my goodness, Laurette's losing it. All right. Look what happens when I do a video. Oh my goodness. All right, so I pulled out some of my book page here out of my little magic bag. Yikes. All right, this one I think I will, because it's, well, I think I am going to put something behind because they're very dark. Otherwise, I think. I have some, what have I got here? I have some pages, vintage dictionary pages, and I have some French paper, and I don't know what language that is. Good Lord. I think this is the Greek book that I have. All right, so I'm still seeing white. I cannot have that. All right. Which one should we work on first? Let's do this one first. I am indecisive today. Like I said, I was struggling a little bit with getting a video together. Because I know I need to do the tea one, and I struggling with that. So I've said it 35 times now. I think that's enough. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put it underneath this. And one thing I will say, sometimes when you're layering, if you have a line like this, what you want to do is maybe end your paper at the stem and then leave that blank over there. So it kind of finishes off that piece. It like stops it from meandering into the rest of it. Something that I learned when I first started learning to layer, and I learned from the Reset Girl. And she did a lot of it, and I watched a lot of hours and hours of her videos. So she was big on her layering, and she talked about where to stop and start a piece. And part of that is this: move this out to the very edge. I'm going to use the edge of something or the stem to stop it. And then I have to decide, do I want all this space behind it, or do I want something else in there? And what would I want in there if I was going to do that? A lot of times it would be a piece of doily, another piece of paper, a piece of lace, a ticket or tag. Let me see. I've got bits and pieces here that I'm gonna move that over there. Okay. Got little bits here from other projects that might have the right colors and might not. We'll see. Now this would give me another color, and I also look for other colors. You know, do I want to add in a lighter color, a darker color? These are all very white. These are just bits from other things that I've done. Oh, here's a piece. Oh, but that's too much like that. Never mind. Of course, we don't want the straight edges, so we're going to get rid of those. Square, round, doesn't matter. If it rips poorly, we don't care, right? So now when I did this, I don't know if you noticed, I'll go high and low and high, okay? So the object is to, and then maybe fill in the space. This is very pink. That's bothering me a bit. But I like the words. So let's see if I can change it by dirtying it up here. It was too pink because there's no pink in this piece. This is also very white. This is not as grunged out as I want it to be because I'm not using pink fairies or anything like that. I'm going to maybe put that back under there and put that under that. I'm going to stack them a little bit. That's a good way to layer, is stack it. Some out here. Make sure, don't line things up evenly. You want them to be uneven and you want them to fill in your space. And then I have to decide, do I want anything else down here? It's a lot of plain brown envelope, so I am thinking that I am going to want to do some stamping, I think, on this. And now the question is, do I want to stamp with something that has a print, or do I want words? There's a lot of words there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this paper in here because I don't want to I did just ink up my pad, so hopefully it's juicy enough for this. Sometimes I notice it doesn't pick up that great on these. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to bring this down where I could see it. I got to put my hand here for just a split second. I've got my hair pulled back today. I don't want to deal with it. And it's hot, so. And let me ink that again. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Oh, I dropped that on there. Whoops. Well, okay. And it doesn't all have to be dark and perfect. For this, we absolutely don't want it perfect. We want it imperfect. And then, yeah, that's looking good. We're getting there. Sorry, I had to think about that. Oh, I'm going to run out of time here. All right. Hopefully I'm not over. I don't think I am. Let me look up here real quick. Oh, shoot, there's a message up there. 50 minutes. Okay, I got 10 minutes, but all right. There we go. I knew this would not be a quick video. I didn't think it would be. Well, might be a bit much for this. So what we could do, because I'm thinking it's a bit much, I'm going to switch out envelopes because I have two. I don't think I like that. It's too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that for the other fairy. I think I'm going to just do, yep. Yep. I'm going to do like light bits. I don't really want it that dark. Okay, so we'll just kind of do like that, not so much, right? Do my stamp off here. All right. I mean, there's a lot, but it's not as intense as that. There's some brown space there. All right, let's do that. And then I think right here, I want something. So I think I'm going to use the other bit of this. Let me see. How do I want that on there? I want it to go that way? No. Let me... Here, hold on. Might be easier to do it. I find it easier to just put it in my hand. They always say to bring the ink to the stamp, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to worry if I don't get the whole image because I don't really have to have the whole image, so... Yeah, that looks pretty cute. If I wanted, I could add another little bit right there. If I want to... Let's make it look like it was part of that. Perfect. Yes. Ooh, I like that a lot. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay. Set that aside. And now let's do some gluing, because I think that's all we're going to have time for. I've fussed around so much, but I wanted to share all that other stuff with you. You know how I am. I want to do a little mix of everything. I don't want my videos to just be all just one little project. I like it when there's like sort of a potpourri of goodies. Hopefully I finished all my sentences today. I noticed I have a habit of not finishing my sentences. Sorry, ladies. I don't know what's up with that lately. Too much to say, I guess. Too much to say. I really needed to get it over that way a little more, but it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to ink this a little. I mean, it's coffee dyed paper, but I feel like it needs a bit of something on the edges where I tore it. Okay. Whoops. Hello. What did I just do? That way. Yes. And then we'll... Okay, so let me... I always think of that song, let me entertain you. And don't ask me how bad that is because I can't sing it all. All right. From Gypsy Rose Lee, Let Me Entertain You. Whenever I say let me, I always think of that song. I don't know why it pops in my head. That's an oldie but goodie. When I used to babysit late in the night for my neighbors who like to go out and stay out very late, I would watch the old movies that were black and white then. That was just the 70s. It wasn't that long ago. It was, but I mean, we're not talking the 40s. I'm trying to figure out where this is going to go because I'm layering it again. And I don't know if anything I said made any sense to those of you who want to learn to layer. I don't know if it's something you can teach. I think it's really something that, but you'll see I've left the same amount of, a nice amount of space there. I've left space around here. I'm going to use this stem to finish off where I'm well, that was the plan, but it seems like I'm going to go over that a little bit. Oh, yeah, no, just tilt it. I just need to tilt it a little. I'm using the edge of the envelope here as my guide. All right, there we go. Because I don't want that to move, I'm going to do it. I'm only going to do it a little at a time. I know I can't really see. I'm guessing because I'm trying to keep my head out, but I don't know that I'm successful. I got to get out my autumn words. I do not know what I did with all of Jolene's autumn words. Jolene at Jewel Design. She has a whole line of autumn, forest, botanical. So I'm going to get those words out, look for those so I can put them in my, with my pieces for this because I think they're going to be perfect. I want to, it's woodland creatures or woodland creations, I think is the challenge. And so that's what this is for. And I'm going to need a word. I can already see that. So, and I don't want to use lace on this, so I have to figure out whatever else I'm going to use. But I think I do have some Tracy Fox labels. Excuse my arm again. Sorry. Arm. These are all things that I could use on there. Let's see if I have a little botanical word, maybe. These are all going to be too big. I just want something tiny. Although I have some of the, I think I have some of the minis in here. I don't know if I cut them all, but I cut a few. Thought I did. Maybe I could put that up there. I could still have a word, I think. I think I could still have a word. I mean, it's black. It does pick up the black there, so it's, I guess it's okay. I guess we'll make it okay. Super cute. I love fairies. There was always a there was a fairy project I wanted to do when I was sewing. They came out with these same fairies in fabric panels and just all kinds of things. And so I collected them, and I have a whole collection of things that were going to be a quilt, and I also wanted to do a fabric fairy book. So I think I'm gonna try to find those. I have them in my on my fabric wall there somewhere. Pull them out and put them in a box because I think I could use them with this. I think I could end up doing a project with it that's part fabric and part paper. I think it would be very cool. Or maybe use the fabric as a folio or cover, something like that. I'm not sure. I got to see how big everything is. Vague memory. It's been a while. It's something I just kept collecting things for it, including paper pieces. So, all right. I'm going to, that's a little bright, so I'm going to ink it a bit. And there you have it. Another hidden paper piece. I will have to come up with some journaling cards to go in here because I don't know. Everything that's here is really big, you know, as far as the paper goes. I did just order some postcards, but I don't know how big they are. They're fairy postcards, so we'll see how big they come. So we'll see what we can put in here. Or I can put like a botanical one. You know, I'm sure I can use a botanical, some kind of a botanical tag or something to put in there. So there you have it. A hidden paperclip envelope pocket. Well, that's a mouthful. So there we go, ladies. Let me just kind of clean off my desk a little bit here. Let's finish up, clean up. What a mess I make. Always, don't I? Always got a little something going on there, don't I? And then here's 2 more of those. So I want to thank you for coming along and having a little play in my studio. That was lots of fun. And I look forward to the next time we are together. Watch for that video of the backyard. I'll have to tag it so you guys will know, that's what it is. And hopefully you'll look for it the next day or so. So if today is Friday when you see this video, probably see it Friday or Saturday as a little bonus, a little, backyard we'll call it backyard bonus. So thanks everyone for watching and hanging out with me. I hope you all have a fabulous day. I love you all, and hugs and kisses, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.